Doesn't matter what you do to your website. If you get this wrong, you'll never be ranked on Google. If you're waiting for the season to hit to fix your Google business profile, you've already lost. By the time your customers are searching for emergency plumber or AC repair, Google has already decided who wins. If you aren't in position 90 days before the heat wave, the season's going to pass you by while you're over there staring at a silent phone. Today, we're going to go into one of the most important aspects of your entire Google business profile. We're going to strip it down. It's going to be super simple, hopefully, by the end of this video. So stick around to the end because this might be the one thing that your business is missing right now that could change your entire season. So what are we talking about? I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. So we have here on our website, I'll have a link down below so that you guys can check this out. But on our website, we have Google Business Profile Category Finder. And you can use this. It's free. Just go in there, and what you're going to do is you're going to come down here and you're going to type in whatever you do. So say you do HVAC. Okay. We'll scroll down a little bit and it pulls up HVAC contractor. Okay. So we know HVAC contractor is a major category. Now it's also going to show you recommended secondary categories. This is very important because these categories tell Google specifically what your business does. And if you get the category wrong, it doesn't matter what you do everywhere else because you're still not going to rank. This is probably the most important factor of your entire Google business profile, because if you put that you're a boiler supplier and you happen to do residential heating and air conditioning, well, you're going to get a whole bunch of phone calls for people that are looking to buy boilers from a distributor. Or maybe you'll get some boiler calls. However, maybe it becomes 90 degrees outside and people are running air conditioning calls. Well, you're a boiler supplier. Why the hell would they call you for an air conditioner? Right? And as you'll see here, we also have some good advice down here to give you. HVAC contractor gives the broadest coverage. So meaning it covers all the bases, but the problem is a lot of people aren't actually searching for HVAC contractor. So for HVAC, we typically will do something like seasonal categories. And these seasonal categories are going to be things like furnace repair service or heating contractor. Now, which one we use, it kind of varies depending upon your geographic region. One of the best ways to go about this is to just get on Google and run a search. Okay. So maybe you're wanting, maybe you're in the South and maybe you're wanting to be in position for this air conditioning push. So we'll just run a search for AC repair, and you do AC repair near me, or you do something like that. And then what happens is you pull up businesses. Actually, I have my computer currently set up for a different location. And so I pulled up, which is really cool because the people that we serve happen to be number one right now. But we pull up all these, and so you'll see the number one ranking service right now happens to be air conditioning repair service. That does say that I manage this profile. Completely didn't mean to do that. I didn't remember having it set. But then you'll see over here we have HVAC contractor, and he's in the second spot. And then we have air conditioning repair service down here in the third spot. And so if I was looking at this and I was trying to compete with this, I would probably start with air conditioning repair service because I know that my customers usually find me through AC repair searches. Let's say we turn that off and we weren't in North Carolina. Say we were in Oklahoma here. What if we just ran a search for AC repair? Well, then you'll pop up, and these are going to be your Google LSAs up here. We don't currently have any Google PPC running. But you'll see here, these right here are the top 3. So this is the map pack. This is what we actually shoot for when we're doing the local SEO, and the whole purpose for this entire thing is we're shooting to be in this top 3 right here. These people did not pay a dime to be in the top 3, and they are getting phone calls right from this location. So Number one around me is labeled as HVAC contractor. Number two is air conditioning repair service. The other one is air conditioning contractor. That makes it a little bit tough because everybody has something different. Let's go down to some more businesses. We got HVAC contractor, air conditioning, air conditioning, air conditioning, air conditioning, air conditioning, HVAC contractor. So maybe it looks like maybe we should have air conditioning as being number one. Now, these sponsors, these people have paid to be here. This is not what we're looking for, but here are the first organic ones. Okay. So I honestly would say probably we need to go air conditioning. And I would go air conditioning repair service because a lot of people run a search and they find your business looking for repairs. They don't find your business typically looking for installs. They don't typically find your business looking for maintenance. These are things that end up happening after they end up needing a repair. Okay. So we want to typically target repair service. Now, if you're up north and most of your year is all winter stuff, right? So maybe people don't even have air conditioners. Well, then you probably don't want to put air conditioning repair service. In that case, you would probably do something like furnace repair service or whatever the main thing that your customers typically search for. That's typically what I recommend. And I'm not going to lie, the only people that search for HVAC are us HVAC guys. A lot of people don't even know what HVAC is unless they're in the space. And so they know what an air conditioner is because they have one in their car. Now, this isn't just for heating and air conditioning. No, you can come in here and say you're a plumber. Okay. So it's going to tell you that your primary category should be plumber. Okay. It's going to tell you all these other recommended secondary categories. And it is important that you put as many secondary categories that apply to your business as possible. That's another very important aspect, though, that you have to listen to that apply to your business. So you don't want to put bathroom remodeler if all you really do is plumbing, right? They'll probably have their bathroom remodeler use their plumber. And so we don't want to pop up in bathroom remodeler searches because if we do pop up in bathroom remodeler searches, and somebody clicks in and they find out that we're just a plumber and we're not a bathroom remodeler, well, they're going to go find a bathroom remodeler. And that just tells Google that you shouldn't have been shown there. And so it's going to be detrimental to you. It's actually going to hurt your rankings for plumber as well because Google's not really sure exactly what you do. And so when you add other categories that are completely unrelated to your primary category, it can really have a detrimental effect. So you need to be cognizant of that. And so if you're a plumber, and guess what? Most plumbers do water heater installation service. So I would highly recommend that you go ahead and put that on there. Most plumbers do drain cleaning service. Highly recommend that you put that on there. Most plumbers do septic systems. Most plumbers do gas installation. And so it would behoove you to have those on there, assuming you do them. Anyway, feel free to use this site. If we go down a little bit further, we'll have good information for you. And so some of this will be stuff that I've already touched on in this video. So you should have your primary category be the closest match to what you're actually doing day to day or what you're wanting to do day to day. Okay. So like we're wanting to get some air conditioning calls coming in. So we'll probably dial in to air conditioning contractor or air conditioning repair service. Specificity often outranks generality in local search. HVAC contractor versus AC repair. And as I had said before, we typically switch these out seasonally for a lot of the HVAC guys. There's a lot of other businesses out there that might also be seasonal. So maybe you're building decks in the middle of the summer, but maybe in the winter, people don't really care about their decks anymore. And so maybe you do like interior painting or some crap. Maybe you want to switch those out based on the fact that when people start going outside, that's when they start thinking about their backyard. And so your backyard services may be seasonal. And it is important to note, do not just go through here and change your categories consistently and constantly. Changing your category can and will get you suspended. It will be labeled as deceptive content because Google sees it that you're trying to deceive your customers by throwing in different categories in order to gain search volume. And so we typically at Upward Bound Media here, we typically only switch it twice a year max. And that's typically we go from either air conditioning contractor or air conditioning repair service to furnace repair service or furnace or heating contractor. And that's typically the one switch that we'll make. Most of the other time, once you find the category that you're ranking in, just leave it. And some of you guys, if you're pretty far south, if you're in Florida, for instance, we don't really need to give up any time for the furnace repair side of things. So I recommend you 12 months out of the year, you're sitting at air conditioning repair service because that's where all your money comes from. And not a lot of people are searching for heating stuff. And Google will give you some heating ranking if you were completely dominating the air conditioning front. So, and then spy on your top competitors. That's kind of what I just showed you a second ago. Go down a little bit further, and the primary category is the number one ranking factor. This is flat out, it is what it is. And then the secondaries further just reiterate what your business does and further dives in. And honestly, it's also going to give your website more meat that we can build off of your Google Business Profile, because that's how we build all of our websites, is we build them as a direct reflection. We use the mirror strategy and we directly reflect your Google Business Profile on your website. And so your Google Business Profile has to be up to date, has to be accurate, because the Google Business Profile is our single source of truth on the entire internet. Every single thing will be based directly off of our Google Business Profile. All of the wording will be identical. All of our categories are going to be the same as what's on our website. All of our services are going to be on our website. All of our links to Facebook, to Instagram, to YouTube, they are going to be directly copied and pasted directly from your Google Business Profile. We do not type in any links. We do not type in any addresses. We do not type in any phone numbers. Every single thing that we do, we go over there, we highlight it directly from your Google Business Profile, we copy that, and we paste it so that we're 100% sure that every single letter, every single dot is identical to how Google has it. There's not an extra slash after your name on your Facebook account. There's none of that. We're literally going direct copy and paste, and that is vital importance. We'll scroll down a little bit further. Say you don't even know what your primary category is. Say that up here just completely screwed up and didn't get you there. You can go click into here, and we've got some good starting points. Okay. So say you're a handyman. So our handyman, handy woman, handy person, that's going to be your primary. Then we could maybe have remodeler, maybe have contractor, all that stuff. If you really want to get into the weeds and you really want to dive into all of these categories that Google has, there's over 4,100 of them currently. We actually have, and we keep an updated list of all of the categories, which happen to change often. Matter of fact, I just updated this list. We added an extra 113, I believe, new categories that Google has just released. And so you can come over here, you can download the CSV file, or you can just copy the Google sheet, and you'll be able to click. Well, I'll just show you. You can click copy Google sheet, and it'll open up your Google here, and then you're just going to click make a copy. It's going to go super slow right now because I'm live right now on this thing. But anyway, make a copy, and then you'll come in here, and we have all 4,100 of them. If you just so happen to want to go that far down into this, but for most of you, just start typing in whatever you do over here. Are you an electrician? Cool. Primary category should be electrician. Then you should also have electrical installation service, maybe lighting contractor, general installation, not generator installation, if you do that sort of thing. Now, if one of the main things that you do is install generators, you should probably move generator installation service as your primary category above electrician. Now, if you're all you're doing is going out there and you're rewiring houses every single day, make sure you put it as an electrician, because most people will search for electrician near me when they're looking for you. I hope this has been beneficial for you. If you have any questions about what should your Google business profile category be, or maybe that you haven't even gotten this far because you weren't able to get your Google business profile online, drop it down in the comments. Let's go ahead and get you over all of these hurdles. I'm here for you to get to the next level. And you've got to make this move, and you've got to make this move right now, because the season is upon us. The moving season, the money coming out of pockets is about to start happening. And if you're not in position, you're just not getting the phone call. Anyways, make sure that you follow along. We're about to launch a podcast, and we just launched, hopefully you saw it just last night, with Willie Ward. The HVAC is Life podcast just dropped. We went live for a couple of hours, had a couple of malfunctions there, but we're getting over all of those humps ourselves. But make sure you jump into the HVAC is Life group and follow along for the next live podcast that we'll be doing over there. Anyways, we'll see you right back here next Saturday on YouTube.